Welcome to Created to Write, the podcast where we turn blank pages into finished work. Whether you're just starting out or ready to take your writing to the next level, you'll find encouragement, honest conversations, and practical strategies to help you grow in confidence, creativity, and craft. Grab your notebook and pen, open your laptop. Let's create words that impact the world together. I have with me the lovely Heather from America. Welcome, Heather.
Thanks for having me.
Would you like to tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Of course, I'm a Florida girl, so I'm enjoying spring here in the Sunshine State. I am a wife of a wounded warrior. I am a mother of five, and I am a writer. I write Christian historical romance, children's chapter books, and Christian living.
Very cool. So, how has faith shaped what you write about and how you approach it?
I think for me, faith shapes pretty much every aspect and area of my life. At least I hope it does. That is the goal. So for writing, faith is always foundational. I especially love when I write my fiction characters, showing the way faith is woven in their life. I want it to be organic, just like it is in my own daily life. I don't want it to ever be preachy. I don't want it to come across as a sermon. I hope that readers are able to read a book and see what it looks like when God is present in your decisions, and what it looks like when you forget to include God in your decisions, and how faithful and gracious He is to redeem us when we do make those mistakes.
Mm, very interesting. And what's been the hardest season so far, and how have you got through that?
For me, the hardest season is actually in the waiting. Waiting is always difficult. I am not the most patient person, but I did work with a wonderful agent for about 2 years, and I was waiting for a publisher, and everything was just lined up perfectly, but the publishers just weren't biting. And I just really struggled with God. Am I supposed to wait? Am I supposed to wait for a publisher? Am I supposed to just keep writing and see what happens? And then God really had me analyze why I felt that need for a traditional contract. Why did I think I needed a traditional publisher? And was it because that's what he was calling me to, or did I feel that I needed that sense of validation? And once I struggled and wrestled with that for a while, I realized what I really wanted was for my books to be in the hands of readers. And so I left my contract. I left one of the most amazing agents in the world, and I went indie and I did it myself, and that was hard. The waiting was hard. The unknown was hard, but I'm so glad I did. It's been the best journey.
And that's where a lot of writers end up going down the indie route because of those reasons that it's just so hard to get in.
It is hard.
Very hard.
The market is very saturated, and there's so many phenomenal, amazing Christian authors out there, and only so many slots available for traditional publishers. So I'm excited that I decided to go indie, and I'm really having a lot of fun on this journey.
Awesome. So, who do you picture when you're writing? You write across several genres. When you write, do you picture the reader?
I do. And in fact, you're always taught as a writer to really create this persona of one writer and what they look like, and to decide what their age is and what their needs are. And it's supposed to be someone in your genre. And ironically, the person that I always pictured when I was writing was a friend of mine who did like historical romance, but that wasn't her main genre. And she read very wide, and she read across multiple genres. And I kept thinking, I really need to change this person I'm writing for, because that doesn't fit the bill. What I've realized about myself, though, is that I was never created to be put in a box of one genre. And even though it goes against what everyone tells you in every writing workshop you'll ever take, I write across multiple genres, and I have more genres in store down the line. So when I write, I picture my friend Becky, who has been my beta reader for every book, including my children's books. And I think about her and what does she want as a mom, as a grandmother, as a Christian, as a wife. And she's really the person that I think of. And it's so much fun having her always on my team, cheering me on and reading my books as I go.
It's so beneficial that you've found a good beta reader. They're just gold, beta readers.
They really are.
They are gold. Tell us about your writing process. What does that look like?
I am such a plotter. I like to joke that I have outlines for my outlines. I create a binder, and I have all my research in it. I have calendars, I have maps, I have photos, everything goes in the binder. And I start usually just with an idea. Then I do a little bit of research to kind of see where that story idea might go. I start by making a simple outline, and then I go into the 27 beats for like Save the Cat outline, and then I fill it in, and then I fill in more, and then I fill in more, and to where my outline is almost a story in itself. And then I start writing and fill in as I go.
I'm opposite. I'm the pantser.
I'm envious. I can't do
Oh,
it.
I'm envious of plotters. It just makes so much sense to be a plotter.
Thank God he gives us talents that are, unique to our own abilities.
That's true. That is so true. So, can you think of a highlight, the most amazing part of your writing career so far?
The most amazing part of the journey has been just seeing these books come to life, listening to readers enjoy them. And honestly, the craziest thing that has happened so far is not even because of a book, but sort of book adjacent. I think most of us wouldn't spend nearly as much time marketing on social media if we didn't have books that we were trying to get out there. And I've tried every silly reel and, little gimmick on social media that I can. And I made a reel before Christmas and it went viral. It had nothing to do with my book, but it went viral and there were so many mean people commenting on it and it was so
No.
it was so hard. But one person that commented, God just nudged me and said, you need to talk to this person. And I reached out and turned out she was just diagnosed with cancer and she was just having a really bad day. And since then, I've been able to talk with her and minister to her. We've become friends. And I thought that's why we do what we do. That's why we write books. That's why we're on social media. That's why we send out the newsletters. It's to connect with people and to tell them about how much God loves them. So that was one of the craziest, but by far the coolest things God has done on my writing journey.
Yeah, amazing. Amazing. Connection is what it's all about in the end. And
Absolutely.
where we can spread some more good news and be kind. Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful. So what are you working on right now?
Right now, I am writing book two of a series that is set during World War One in a stateside army camp. I'm also working on book four of my children's series, and I have a Christmas rom-com in the works as well. I'm a
Ah,
multitasker.
yes. I'm one of those too. I've always got multiple projects on the go. So it's good to hear I'm not the only one.
No.
Well, it's been a lovely chatting with you today. If anyone is still watching, thank you for hanging around. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Go follow Heather. I'll put her links below. And what are some parting words of wisdom you can leave our listeners today?
I just want to say that there's always hope. No matter what you're going through, no matter where you've been, God's message of hope is for everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Heather. It was lovely chatting with you. Thanks for hanging around till the end. If you've enjoyed today's episode, I'd love for you to leave a review and share the podcast with a friend. And while you're at it, jump into your favourite bookseller site and leave a review of a book you've loved reading. Until next time, keep reading, keep writing, and always remember you were created to create, and perhaps you were created to write.